yesterday was the 5-year anniversary of the pipe bomb.
Yeah.
And it's funny that a lot of what CM Punk said was going to come true came true.
Yep.
And I miss CM Punk a lot. It only resurged recently. I realized like he's kind of an echo of what he used to be, especially because people just chant his name when they want to be dicks at shows now. And just went back and watched a bunch of his stuff on YouTube and just thought, man, like, we've lost a good one.
Lost an amazing talent. I mean, say what you will about the man, say what you will about his attitude in any way. Like, you know, it's just a matter of, like, there's few people that have it and what he has in terms of, like, just connecting with the crowd and just people really, like, getting behind him. Like, I always talk about him and Bryan Danielson. It's, like, having that factor of just, like, they are not these big jacked up, like, pro wrestler types or whatever, you know, they are just like the common man that you can identify with, you know,
working hard
like,
with their hands,
working hard with their hands. CM Punk's just like that rocker outcast dude tattooed up that, you know, maybe he got looked at sideways in high school, but you know, still got the chicks.
I've always wondered what that term, what does that term actually mean? Looked at me sideways. Does that mean like does that mean like you kind of turn your head away from them, but you keep looking at them?
No, maybe like as if like you walking past someone, but you're just like you're keeping their eye on them because I don't know, you're just grilling them, but like you kind of like you shift your eyes at them. I mean, it's sideways. I don't know.
So I wonder what the etymology of that is. But the reason I thought of CM Punk was because, and I've told the story on the show once or twice before, the night that CM Punk dropped that pipe bomb. Obviously, the internet went crazy. People were buzzing about it. It was trending, like, every combination of, like, CM, Punk, WWE, Raw, and wrestling was trending on Twitter that night. And amidst all of these tweets, completely fixated on CM Punk, Hulk Hogan sends out a tweet. Hulk Hogan at the time was in TNA, as was Sting. And they used to do their tapings for their Thursday show on Mondays. And Hulk Hogan tweets out, man, Sting really brought the thunder tonight. Guy's doing the best work of his career. Truly amazing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it was like, dude, the entire world of wrestling is looking that way over there, and you're just looking in the complete opposite direction at something completely different, and nobody knows what you're talking about. Even if they wanted to watch TNA, they didn't see it on Monday. They won't see it until Thursday.
Yeah, and no one cares.
Right.
It's just really like kind of like the definition of like being full of your own shit in a way, or just like it's just kind of like, dude, just give it up, like concede that. I guess I don't know. I was about to shit on him, but I guess you can kind of like appreciate him really, really sticking to his guns. Like, I'm trying to get this TNA shit over.
Right. And I mean, like, I get it. Like, you need to stick by your product and your people. Like, I understand that. But that just wasn't the time, man. It was just other stuff was happening that night that was far bigger than Sting versus Hogan 2011.
Mm-hmm. Sting versus Hogan 2011 at Bound for Glory was the worst.
Actually, while we're on the topic of... that wasn't the worst. People actually liked that match a lot, surprisingly.
I mean, I guess it's fun if you really... it's the worst for me because it was typical Hogan shit again.
It was typical... Here's one of the things I love.
I'll tell you why it's typical Hogan. Hold on, before you even say, he does the thing that fucking you hate that Triple H does and that Stephanie McMahon does. Like, because Hogan was a heel, he was a leader of this evil faction, he's a bad piece of shit, and it's like, this is him finally getting his comeuppance, finally gonna get egg on his face, finally just gonna, like, you know, admit defeat and be beaten and then just, like, walk off into the sunset, defeated. But what does he do? All his evil cronies come out to interfere, and he turns on them and joins up with Sting. Like, yeah, no, I'm sick and tired, and I'm the good guy.
But that was the point of that angle, though. That was the whole point, is that Sting was trying to bring the good Hulk Hogan back. So it made sense in this context.
All right.
But the thing that I love about that match is that all the cronies are beating Sting up, and he keeps, like, reaching his hand out to Hogan, and he's like, come on, Hogan, save me. And Hogan starts looking at the crowd, and they all start cheering, and then he tears his shirt off And before he even does anything, Ric Flair runs to attack him as if, like, he detected a disturbance in the Force and knew that Hulk Hogan was now babyface magically.
I mean, it's fun when you put it like that. I mean, like, I don't know.
It was almost like there is no conflict.